What up, what up, what up, what up? It's me, L Teddy 27.
What's good? It's night right about the hood.
Oh dear God, I'm already eating and drinking. Look a damn mess, just a damn mess. No means no, and yes means no. What up, 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 what up? What's good? What's up, what's up, what's up, what's good, people? What is up, what is up? It is me, L Teddy 27, and I am back for yet another review. This will be our review for, I can't even say that yet. Why? Because I gotta say, new show alert, new show alert, new show alert. Oh, yes, we have a new show. This is going to be our review for Our Kind of People. It is season 1, it is episode 1, it is entitled Reparations. Y'all see, I had already forgotten the title. Dear God. This is the series premiere. Shout out to my boy, I'll just say Ghost. I think it's Kid Ghost, but I'll just say Ghost. He knows who he is. I wore my favorite sweater for him so he could see the Felix the cat. Felix the cat. And he could see Felix on my sleeves because he likes Felix the cat. That's for you. You know who you are. Might have him on the channel so he can say hi to y'all one day. Anyway, where am I? Now, let me just say, snacks. Shout out to those people who contribute to the snack fund. We're back to these birthday hostess cupcakes because we like when white squishy stuff squeezes in our mouths when we bite on cakes. Yeah. So, let me start off by saying, no, I'm going to save that commentary for the end. So we start off, main character's name is Angela, played by Yaya DaCosta. And we see her and her daughter and her aunt, whose name is Picky or something like that. They're riding into this beachside town. Looks to be like New England area, maybe. Or maybe it's somewhere in the DMV area. I don't know, but I know it ain't in the South, that I know. But wealthy, well-to-do area. Think of like the Hamptons, that kind of area. So they stop at the beach. We find out Angela's mom died and left her the deed to this house or building that she had. And the mom ain't even tell her till right before she died. We then see this family arriving on a private jet. We find out it's the DuPont family. The father's name is Raymond DuPont. The mother's name is Leah DuPont. Leah Franklin DuPont, excuse me, because it matters to her that she's both a Franklin and a DuPont because both of those names, mean something in that area. Anyway, so Angela and the aunt and the daughter arrive. And daughter's name is Nikki. They arrive at the house and they, all of that, this, that, and the third. They, looking at the house and they surprised that, the mom had this the whole time and never told them. Yeah, dot, 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 dot. We did see a flashback because she never met her dad. She never knew who her dad was. Angela did. Never knew who her dad was. Never met him. And then we found out she did meet him, but she just never got to see him because, and I'm gonna just fast forward through all of these flashbacks real fast. The mom was doing her hair. We flashback. She's a little girl. Her mom's doing her hair, and she was like, "Yo, you gonna meet your dad tonight? Why have I never met him? Because he just was. It wasn't time. He was getting everything ready for you." Dad comes over. Mom ends up having a big ass fight with him and kicks him out before she even get to meet the daughter. Even gets to meet him. He goes out and goes to his car. Daughter runs after him, crying and stuff like that. Anyway, we also find out that Nikki done been suspended from school for fighting. Okay. Excuse me, expelled from school for fighting. And later we find out she in a whole little program, a diversion program, because she was smoking weed and fighting and carrying on. Just had a lot going on. I want y'all to hold that thought, okay? Now, Angie then says she got invited to this exclusive party hosted by Leah Franklin DuPont. And it's exclusive. Everybody can't get in. She's all excited because she wants to make herself look good in front of these people. So she goes to the party with her daughter and her daughter's 17. She goes to the party with her daughter and her aunt, and we find out she was invited by her friend Josephine. And Josephine's a beautiful black woman. She's a BBW, beautiful black woman. and dark skin. You know, I like Josephine. I like her. I like her character. She immediately, burst off the screen for me. I like her character already. Anyway, Angie tells Josephine, "I want to go meet the host," and Josephine was like, "You sure? Because yeah, she is not the one to kind of be matched with. You don't want to get into deep in that fast." But she said, "Yes, I want to meet her." My thing about it is this: if you are just meeting these people, just getting into the neighborhood, want to play nice, want to get in good with people, you think that you might want to listen to the advice of people who know better and who are trying to give you good advice and tell you, yeah, that's not where you want to go. Yeah, you don't want to do that. But I'm just saying, and it's supposed to be your friend. I'm guess. I guess. I don't know. Mm, it's so good. Anyway, um, Nikki goes up to the bar and asks for a club soda. Some little cute little boy says, "Nah, you look like you need a drink," and he orders her a vodka, and so some vodka, and they talk, and he starts, trying to, hit on Nikki. Meanwhile, some other chick, that we find out is his sister, rolls up and was like, "Hey, we need to go." Just being rude and cutting off the conversation, being real rude. And some other lesbian looking chick, and I say lesbian looking because we later find out that she is a lesbian, but she looked real androgynous. Just saying. Anyway, um, lesbian chick invites Nikki to this yacht party or something they're having the following night, and so forth. Angie tries to give. We then cut back to Angie, who goes and meets Leah, and Leah, who's hosting the party and is the it girl, is like, "Who are you, and why are you bothering me?" And gives her that whole treatment, and she tried to give Leah. Now I looked real. I thought I saw the check, but I thought I saw three figures on the check. Okay, and when you at a party of this magnitude, talking about you making a donation, you're supposed to be making a sizable donation. You clearly don't walk up to the host with a check in hand, like, girl, you done turned it, girl, like you done turned it with a three-figure check. Girl, I gave you a good $500, girl. You better be happy, because she looked at you like, girl, girl, my dress costs more than that. What are you doing? Girl, what are you talking about? Girl, my shoes cost more than that. Girl, it was a mess. That was a mess. And you let me say this, and I think this is a Lee Daniels production or whatever. Y'all wanted me to make a whole lot of exceptions and look past a whole lot of shit. You don't go to a party of that magnitude, like what we saw, and then be like, "Oh, I'm writing you this check for a couple $100." Girl, girl, boom. Anyway, and then just to be clear, that's not, even if that was a party where you're supposed to be making a donation, you have to know that you don't just walk up to the host and say, "Oh, here go my check right here." You had to know there's a even if you would have said, "Well, how do we go about making donations? I'd love to make a donation to your organization. How do we go about doing it?" That's how you do that. She could have said, "Oh, they have the donation box at the front door," and it would have been a thing. But you came up there proudly like, "Girl, you had to turn this. Here's my check." Girl, that's not how this works. Girl, sit your ass down somewhere. Y'all, I don't buy it. I don't buy it at all. Girl, we later found out that this woman was getting all kinds of loans and stuff just to go up there that summer. So if you are up there, scratching and surviving, hanging in the child line, okay, just to get there, girl, you ain't got the kind of money to be scratching checks. Talk about one finna make a donation. Girl, you are the donation, I guess. Anyway, but Leah let her know real quick, girl, that's not how this works. That's not how any of this works. Girl, go on over there. The donations at the front door, girl. I ain't got this type of time to be teaching you what the fuck is going on. So Angie is ceremoniously dismissed and goes back to the party. Anyway, so she walking in the party with her raggedy ass shoes and breaks her heel. Now I don't know, because I've been to a lot of soirees, a lot of grand events, a lot of big upscale things in my life. Never have I ever, and maybe it's just me, but I've been to a whole lot of events. I don't see too many women breaking heels like that. Maybe she has some cheap shoes or whatever. And then if you are breaking heels, now you take off your heels. Is that a thing where if you break a heel, like you just walk around for the rest of the night barefoot? Because I saw, we meet Lance Gross's character, whose name is Tyreek. He comes up and helps her and take the shoe off or whatever. She take both of her shoes off, and now she's walking back around barefoot. Like, is that a thing where you just walk around barefoot with your shoes in your hand the rest of the night? I don't know. It just seemed weird to me. But like I said, I've been to a whole lot of events, gala parties, whatnot, from the highest of the highs to the lowest of the lows. And the girls don't be breaking their heels. and walk around barefoot. But that's just saying, just saying. Anyway, they have after the party or whatever. They have another flashback to Lance Gross's character kind of likes Angie or whatever. He's real into her. He's hardy for her body. Anyway, we get this flashback after that of Angie's mom teaching her how to make this conditioner because Angie wants to open up this beauty supply store or whatever where you can get beauty supplies or whatever because that's what her mom was good at, and she has this like social. Angie has this social media presence where she helps people like with hair care and products and all of that stuff. So that's what the business is going to be. So then we go to this business meeting or board meeting or whatever for Franklin Holdings. Now Leah's dad is Teddy Franklin, played by Joe Morton. And yes, Joe Morton, who was Papa Pope from Scandal, okay, who also was supposed to get married to Whitley Gilbert down there on a different world. Anyway, so he's the CEO and owner of this business, and he's talking about the finalizing of this deal where Franklin Holdings has signed off to build this brand new stadium, I guess or arena for a basketball team in the area, and it's gonna be named after the company or whatnot, and it's gonna do all of these things for the community, this, that, and the third. After the meeting, um, Leah and her dad have a meeting, and Leah is having a problem because she tell her dad, you know, she tired of this, that, and the third. And he goes and he listen. He's transported out of the body of Ted Franklin into the body of Papa Poke as if he's having a B613 meeting down here, and goes in and lets have on his daughter, let her know, hey bitch, I've been over here running this company. I done gave you the whole history of our Franklin family and done been running this country, and you ain't been taking no goddamn notes. The fuck are you been doing? He tells her about this table in this boardroom or whatever, and I have it here because it's at an incline, and the way the legs are set up on the table, when you sit here, you got to look up at me because I'm the HNIC and I'm the boss, and this, that, and the third, and this is good for black people because nobody thought a black man could do this, that, and the third, and they want us to be slaves, and we ain't gonna never be slaves, and dot, dot, dot. Girl. He might as well just said, I'm the hell and the high water, okay? Like he did on Scandal. That was my favorite line by Papa Pope, and I'm the hell and the high water. Here for it. Anyway, we see Raymond which is played by Morris Chestnut. He's talking to his son Quincy. And they playing basketball. He's telling Quincy, listen, I want you to become a part of this kingship organization or whatever, like a secret society. Think Skull and Bones, but only for black men, okay? And so it's a secret society or whatnot, fraternalism, this, that, and the third. So he's having a conversation with his son about that. I got a feeling that because he's a legacy and they have a history of their family being in this organization. The men in their family being in this organization. I got a feeling the son is going to buck the system with the organization. He's going to get in because he's a legacy, so of course he's going to get in. But I got a feeling he's going to buck the system. Anyway, Angie is back at home, so she's home with her girlfriend Josephine. So they talking with the aunt or whatnot. Nikki don't went to the yacht party anyway, but they talking, and she wants her friend Josephine to nominate her for this female organization called the Gray Cities. Now, the Gray Cities is this upscale, like for those not familiar with these types of organizations, think of it almost like a sorority type deal, but it's for women of a certain caliber, status, and class. You go through a whole ritual or initiation and induction process, this, that, and the third. And so, but it's all about being high class, upscale, and being of a certain portion of the elite and bourgeoisie. Anyway, Josephine is a part of it, and Angie wants Josephine to nominate her. And Josephine was like, "Girl, I don't know if this is the right time. Leah is now about to become the chapter president, and her mom was a past president. Her mom is the goat of all presidents and all members of the organization, and she has a lot to prove. And she's gonna be on her high horse. And this might not be the best time for you to try to come in, but Angie won't listen to reason, I guess. And she, Josephine acquiesces and say, "Okay, girl, well, I guess I'll nominate you." Anyway, they get a knock at the door, and this invitation sitting at the door. She brings in, and it's a pair of shoes in this invitation. Okay, a pair of pumps. And it's Tyreek inviting her. Real cute invitation. Tyreek invites Angie to a party. And so they all talk about, yeah, girl, you need to go and make some new friends because, girl, you ain't had your box beat in. in 17 years. You got cobwebs hanging from your cervix, from your cervix all the way to your vulva. So, girl, you need to get that knocked down, honey. Anyway, let me find out you got a gray hymen inside your cooch from cobwebs. Um, Nikki goes to the yacht party. We see Nikki goes to this party, and so Lauren DuPont is hanging out with lesbian chick, the lesbian. And lesbian chick said, "Oh, I'm so glad to see you." Dot dot dot. They hug. She dropped something, and I didn't know what it was at first, but we later find out it was a phone into the girl's purse. Now, women, I'm not well versed on the carrying of purses or whatever, but I would venture to guess if somebody dropped something, the weight and size of a phone into my purse, if I was someone into carrying a purse, I probably would notice and feel that. I'm just saying, like, I would feel a phone being dropped into my. I'd be like, wait, what was that? You know what I'm saying? I don't know, because I'm not into. I don't know, because I know a lot of women who say shit gets lost in their purses. So maybe that's, it's. I guess it's possible. Anyway, Angie goes to Tyreek's party, and we get his backstory. His dad was, used to work for one of the people down in this well-to-do area, and the guy he worked for sent him to paid for Tyreek to go to school. He went to an Ivy League school, became successful, now owns a construction company, and now he's a part of the bourgeoisie. And there's his story. He's putting the moves on Angie because I told y'all he's hardy for her body. And then he starts to give her some advice on Leah, because she was like, "Yeah," he's like, "Yeah, I see you trying to chum up with Leah." He said, "Listen, you need to don't poke the bear. You need not be bothered with her." Now, this is the second person to tell her, "Listen, you need to, shy away from her," but she won't listen to reason. And then you'll go from us finding out you ain't had sex in 17 years to all of a sudden you in the middle of this party on a balcony in front of everybody, all wide out in the open, and you shoving your tongue down this man's throat and having him shove his tongue down your throat, and you just met him. Girl, do better, writers. Do better. Like, that shit is not believable. Like, if she's really that squeamish about having sex, she nilly willy just having somebody's tongue shoved down her throat out in public with some dude she just met. That shit didn't make sense to me. Anyway, back down to the yacht party. Nikki hears some screaming or whatever. She goes up to the top of the yacht, and it's the Lauren DuPont chick screaming because lesbian chick done fell off the boat, and she had got drunk and had done fell off the boat and is in the water. So then we go down to Tyreek's party, and Angie gets the call. It's Nikki, so she got to go. Goes down to the docks. Police is there, this, that, and the third. So the police was like, "Well, listen, we sent the girl to the hospital, but now we need to figure out how this all took place." And Nikki apparently told the police that Lauren was the last one with lesbian chicken. Lauren is like, "I wasn't with her at all, and y'all worried about me. She over here drunk." And so it went downhill from that. And Lauren's mom is like, "My name is Leah Franklin DuPont. My daughter won't be going anywhere for questioning." And so then Angie's like, "Neither will mine." And my thought at that point was, y'all got a whole teenage girl who fell the fuck off of a yacht. Clearly, questioning is needed. Questioning is going to happen. I don't think you can just nilly-willy say, "Well, my name is such and such, and my daughter will not be questioned," and get out of police questioning of an event of that magnitude in that neighborhood where everybody knows everybody. I figured that the news stations would be there and covering it. Like, come on now, make it make sense. Neither Angie nor Leah would have been able to get out and having their daughters questioned. Even if Leah wanted to flex, that flex would have been happening at the police station, not down there to the docks, and her daughter never have to go to the police statement and give any statement. It would have been up, my daughter's not giving a statement without her lawyers, dot, 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 dot. All of that would have been happening at the police station. It would have been happening at, I don't know, this shit. And if y'all are just that well-to-do and well-known and wealthy bourgeoisie, and y'all kids having a yacht party and somebody fall off the boat and could possibly be dead, it's gonna be, opening story for the news, like nightly news. I'm just saying. Anyway, I mean, it's just bad writing all over the goddamn place. So where am I? Okay, so we go back home. Angie takes Nikki home. This is what we found out. Nikki was had been doing drugs and weed and stuff like that too. Because she was like, "You smoking weed again too?" It was a mess. So Nikki gets grounded by Angie. Angie said, "Girl, you grounded." and that happened. So after that, we go to the Great Cities meeting, and this is the meeting where Raymond's mom, which is Leah's mother-in-law, passes the reins of chapter president down because she was the current chapter president, and she's passing it on to Leah, who's the new chapter president. And so, um, um, Angela gets nominated by Josephine, and they asked her. They say, "Hey, we don't really know you like that. How do you get to be nominated? You got to tell us a little more about yourself, boy." She tells them, "Oh, so and so. My mother is such and such a bond, and she used to summer here." Just lying on her mother. She used to spend her summers here, and she had her a beauty shop or whatever. Just a lion. And so, and I immediately in my head said, wait a minute, this town is real small. You can't just throw out your mama written. Now, if she would have lied and gave a fake name, I might have went with her. But she gave her mom's real name, and you expect them not to immediately know who your mama was. It's a small town of elite people. They know everybody and everything. So I know that DuPont lady, the mama, mother-in-law, Leah's mother-in-law, Raymond's mama was like, girl, I know who you are. Immediately. Anyway, she lied. Simultaneously, they're having this induction ceremony for the kingship organization, closed door secret society. They half-assed reciting Invictus by William Ernest Henley. You leave out a whole goddamn stanza. Now, if you gonna do Invictus by William Ernest Henley, then you gotta do the whole thing. You don't half-ass do Invictus by William Ernest Henley. Invictus is every Greek organization, every fraternal organization, black one that is. You learn Invictus. If you're gonna do Invictus, you got to do it the whole way. Don't half-ass it. I ain't like that part. Anyway, back at Angie's house, Aunt Pinky found out that Nikki, or not that from Nikki, that Angie lied about her mom's past or whatever, and so she didn't really care for that. Nikki is going through her phone and sees going through that phone that she found in her purse, that lesbian chick left, and there's a video there. Now, y'all tell me, I don't know nobody in America, even 5-year-olds have a passcode for their phones, okay? And I don't know nobody that just nilly-willy have an unlocked phone. Nowhere. But this phone was unlocked, and she was able to get into it. Lord. And she was able to get into it, and magically pops up a video of Lauren hugged up and kissing up on lesbian chick. Talk about, you gonna tell your family this, that, and that, all the typical story, acceptance, black family, LGBTQIA, same old stereotypical, same old, bullshit. It's a lazy writing. It's queer baiting. Anyway, so I forgot to mention that at the Great Cities meeting, they talked about having this mother-daughter fashion show. So, Raymond's mama, Leah's mother-in-law, at the when they get down to the fashion show, talks to Leah and said, listen, I got some intel on that chick. You need to get her the fuck out of town. I feel like she knows the whole story of who Angie really is, but she didn't give Leah all of the information. She said, listen, here's some intel that you can use to knock her out for a high horse, but you need to get her out of town, and you need to do that shit fast. Knock her ass down a couple notches right now. And so she gives this envelope to Leah. Backstage, Leah done took over the whole Leah just done took over the styling duties, because whoever was supposed to come and style never did it. They had a little fashion show or whatever. At the end of the fashion show, Nikki goes up to Lauren and showed Lauren, oh, here's the video, you can trust me, you can be open and honest with me. And Lauren looked at her like, girl, I don't like you like that, girl, I don't even know you. And I can't say that I blame Lauren. Like, I don't think she should have lied on at the docks, but you coming up to me, I don't know you from Adam, really like that. You just showing me some video of me hugged up with somebody, and I don't even want that to come out. Girl, I don't know you. You can put my tea all in these good streets. Girl, I'm a lie and say whatever. So I really was kind of on Lauren's side on that. Girl, you don't just roll up to me like you know me, like, oh, I saw this video. Oh, I can help you. We can be friends. No, girl, I don't know you. We can't be friends. In the immortal words of Deborah Cox, ARL. Anyway, Leah then goes in for the kill on Angie. Pulls out this mug shot out of the envelope of Angie's mom. Said, yeah, your mom, we know your mom. She wasn't no owner of this, that, and the third. She was a maid. And this maid was selling drugs out of this little shop you say she owned. So it had the mug shot and all, honey. It was a mess. A whole man embarrassed up. Anyway, next thing we know, Leah is still feeling it, honey. Feeling high on the hog, honey. She is feeling her beat, honey. Feeling it, honey. Feeling it. She goes down there to that good Franklin Holdings boardroom and tells her daddy, "Hey, bitch, you about to retire. You about to lose your job. Say, you about to lose your job." That's what she told her daddy. And said, "Hey, bitch, yeah, you retiring. Because I got all of the keys to all of the closets that hold all of the skeletons and all of the bad things you did." Now, in my brain, I'm thinking, but if her dad goes down, the company goes down, the same company that she's trying to take over. And knowing her dad, who was as demonstrative as he was, he said, "Okay, girl," because he acquiesced to her just way too easily. He bent to her demand just way. "Oh, I'm retired. Oh, okay, well, I guess I just retire." Somebody in positions like him don't give up shit that easy. So he did that because he must be knew something's coming down the pipe that was gonna fuck her up, that he was gonna end up getting his job back. So I don't buy that shit. That shit went way too easily, way too easily. Anyway, after that, we back down to Leah's house, and Josephine brings her court documents and stuff like that from her mom's case because Leah, I mean Angie ain't know nothing about it, so now she's trying to get all the information she can. So they got all this document in there. She found this VHS tape. They put the VHS tape in. Now, where they found a fucking VCR at in 2021, please tell me, because I don't know where the fuck you found a goddamn VCR at. They went to a pawn shop and just bought a VCR because they knew they was gonna need one. Girl, boom. Anyway, come to find out, they find evidence, and she has a flashback. Teddy Franklin is her father. Just way too predictable, way too easy, way too lazy, and way too predictable for Freddie. I'm not Freddie, for Teddy Franklin to be her father, which means that Leah is her half sister. Just way too predictable. Anyway, back down to the DuPont house. Leah tells her husband Raymond that her daddy is retiring. She about to take over as chairwoman of the company. Angie comes by, mind you. Raymond is looking like, well, what? Because Raymond know her daddy don't just give up that easily, so he don't trust it either. Angie comes by and say, "Hey, bitch, run me my wig that I let you hold since you got all this shit to say about me and you want to come at me sideways. Bitch, run me my motherfucking wig. How about that? My wig, my wig." And gets her wig. And gets her wig. She takes the wig home. And when she gets home, she takes goes to the bottom of the wig, and I guess she finds some of Leah's hair in it and takes a couple of strands of Leah's hair. She puts it in a little bag. I guess she's gonna use that to do a DNA test. And it goes off from there. Now, let me say this. Yaya DaCosta, the rest of the cast, great acting, given the fact that this is a mediocre script. The script is very mediocre, but the acting was good from everybody except for the main character, Yaya DaCosta. Yaya DaCosta, didn't she play Whitney Houston in one of the Whitney biopics? This is not a Lifetime television for women biopic where you could do half-ass acting. Your acting skills were very subpar when picked against the rest of the cast. Do better. Do better. Yeah. Anyway, y'all asked me to do this show. I'm gonna do it my way. If I got to drag these people, I'm gonna drag them. Y'all asked me to review this show, so now we here. Get in the comment section. Let's talk about it. Let's argue about what we saw. That's all I got for y'all. Until next time, thank y'all for coming. Y'all drive safely. I'm out.